to Vlogmas number 4. Good morning, hello, welcome to Vlogmas number 4. I woke up at 4 a.m. today. I haven't been able to fall asleep again, so let's get rolling this day, this Vlogmas, and have a wonderful day. Even if the weather is not nice, or you didn't sleep, or you are not feeling well, or you have some family issues or problems, let's give it all to God and start this day on a peaceful, beautiful note. Hello again, it's a little later. I'm going to go out with Safrush, bake a cake, and then I'm going to leave for bioresonance checking, and I'm explaining why. Safrush has had some parasites, and of course he got pills for parasites when we first got him, but then he had a lot of stomach problems as well. And we actually saw some parasites in his number 2, and he vomited it also once. So he had his whole therapy, he had a roundworm, but he seems to be healed now, luckily. And I think we're all sorted out with all his stomach issues and everything. We've had a good 2 weeks. We are also down to going out with him only 4 times a day. I don't think we can manage 3 times a day yet, but 4 times, which is much better than 6 times a day. But why I am going for bioresonance is I want to check if I didn't catch a roundworm, first of all. Second of all, I want to have a thorough check of everything, if nothing has flared up or I didn't catch anything new. I have been sleeping quite badly for several months, and I've been also going to normal doctors, and some of you know that I have some heart issues, so it might be because of that, could be because of some stress I had, so it could be many reasons that I haven't been feeling the best. But I also want to check everything is in balance, and if I do have something, then I will go for a few treatments and get rid of that. And this is also my last chance for our move to the countryside. It has worked really well for me. I'm talking about bioresonance. It has helped me immensely. So I'm going to go and check one more time. One last time. Look at this cuddler. He's mama's boy. So that's the plan for today. I'm also going to speak about our topic later today, but that's going to be later, not sure when, if I am outside or when I come back in the evening today, so you don't want to miss that. And right now I'm going to bake a very delicious Swedish cake called mjuk pepparkaka, which is a soft gingerbread cake. It's so yummy. I only baked it once in my life, but we both really liked it, and I'm going to bake it now. It's a soft gingerbread cake with dried cranberries, even some lingonberry jam, and the normal things: eggs, butter, yogurt, lots of cinnamon and stuff. So I will do a little sequence of me baking, and after that I will see you probably on my way to the bioresonance. I baked a wonderful Swedish gingerbread cake. I went for a short walk with Safrush, and now I'm on my way to the bioresonance. It's a long trip, 1.5 hours, so lots of time to read, pray, think. So I'm in the final bus. I will eat an orange, and maybe after my therapy I will buy a festive coffee or drink and feel the December vibes. So I had my testing and therapy, and I'm currently eating my Swedish soft gingerbread cake and having a toffee nut latte. Decaffeinated without any caffeine, with almond milk. And when it comes to my bioresonance, I have a very good results, no parasites. I do have a virus, Epstein-Barr, and apparently it can cause all the bad sleep I've had, and I've been exhausted. It's on my spleen and in my blood. I also do have a little left of the babesiosis of Babesia microti. It's the only co-infection of Lyme disease that I'm still struggling with because everything else has gone. So I will have maybe 2 therapies and get rid of it. And that's the update. I'm actually very happy with it. I won't have to go very often, and I will manage before I start a new work. I can manage to squeeze those therapies in. It took me almost 6 hours to go to the bioresonance, come back, have the therapy, but I'm back home. After dinner, someone missed me very much, laying close to me, and let's dive into this Vlogmas's topic. Why I am looking forward towards the end time and the end times in general, talking about them and tribulation. Whew, a lot to cover here. I'm not going to talk too much about any of these topics. I'm only touching upon briefly these things in every Vlogmas, but I can talk more in the future about any of these topics that I've touched on in the previous Vlogmases or in this one. So, the end times. I think that some people might be confused, and when I talk about the end times they think that I talk about the end of the world, but that's absolutely not true. When I talk about the end times, I talk about the end of our times, which is what's going to happen when the Antichrist gets eliminated. That's when our times are going to end. We're going to have the 3 days of darkness and a new world, a new era. And the new era will probably not take place over 1,000 years, as it is said in the Revelations, but much shorter. And then
Satan will have a huge comeback.
And he will terrorize the people from the new world, and that's when the end of the world happens. But we are the generation that's going to live through the end times or die somewhere. And while they are happening, or because of some sickness or even old age. So we are the end times generation, not the end of the world generation, but the end times generation. And why am I looking forward, sort of, to the end times? It's because the anticipation is killing me, just to be honest. You know, I've lived with the knowledge and understanding that these are the end times for a long time. I did mention in one of the previous Vlogmases, Sign of the Times, that when epidemic started, that's when the end times started. But I've read and I've known about the fact that we are approaching the end times for a long time, since I was a teenager actually. And the anticipation sort of, you cannot bear to live with the anticipation too long, I think. It's like when you know that things are going to get bad, and you also can imagine all these steps that are going to happen before it can happen. And these are heavy things we're talking about, and can be overwhelming and can be too much for a person to bear. So that is why I'm looking forward to the end times. We are already in them, but I mean the worst things haven't happened yet, and they are yet to happen. So we're just all sitting on the brink and saying bring this on, because everything that you imagine is usually worse or different. It's usually much worse in your head or just completely different and having nothing to do with reality than with the reality itself. So that's what I'm thinking about this. And also, no one can stand to do a lot of acts of penance, of trying to be good, because we're all stained by sin. And even if we have the best intentions, we often fall and fail. And God cannot prolong this for too long, because a lot of people would stray away, and more people would stray away. And let's touch very briefly upon tribulation. Yes, I am completely sure we will all live through tribulation unless we die before that of some other circumstances. So I do believe that, and I know there are some Protestants, especially in the US, that believe in the rapture. But that is not something that I put any thoughts into, because I am absolutely sure it's not going to happen now. The rapture will happen in the end of the world. But what I want to say is, everyone can believe whatever they want. We will all live, if we live long enough, to see how things are going to turn out. But I want to say one thing, just one thing regarding tribulation. For those people who believe that these are the end times, but believe in the rapture, or that they are not going to live through the tribulation because the tribulation is not going to happen, or any of these kind of things, I want to say just one thing that hopefully can help you if it would turn out that your beliefs and imaginations weren't true. Is that we are all chosen to live in these times, and whatever will happen, we can manage with God's help. So if you would find yourself in a situation where your expectations didn't turn out the way you wanted, for example, the rapture didn't happen, then remember that you are strong enough to live through the tribulation. I assure you. So, this was the topic for Vlogmas number 4. And I'm going to relax the rest of the evening. It's been intense with the traveling back and forth, waking up very early. So, a very relaxing evening in front of me. And do subscribe if you aren't already. That would make my day. And also leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. Really motivates me. Thank you. Run a bath, nice relaxing evening, and I'm going to use a mixture of, and I will add a little bit of this salt with ginger and juniper. This is with minerals and pH 8.5.